Hello and welcome to Arizona Living. I'm Kate Longworth.
And I'm Danielle Lerner, and today we are celebrating Mother's Day.
We have a lot of memorable Mother's Day moments we want to talk about, but first, let's take a look at what's ahead on the show. A retirement community that feels more like a resort.
Building a charcuterie board for your next gathering.
Plus, adding luxury leather to your home design. That and much more coming your way on Arizona Living.
If you are looking for a nostalgic place to take mom this year, the Sugar Bowl is a great spot to enjoy sweet treats and make even sweeter memories.
The Sugar Bowl is an iconic, true 1950s ice cream parlor restaurant. It opened in 1958, and literally it was a dirt road out here with hitching posts. So everything you see down here has pretty much grown around the Sugar Bowl. My Uncle Jack decided to open it because he loved the allure of Scottsdale, Paradise Valley. He started it because he needed a place to take his family. The building that became the Sugar Bowl was a Firestone tire dealership and a hardware store into this pink beauty that we have here. The pink decor came from my Uncle Jack traveling to San Francisco, and in the, I believe the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco was a Blum's restaurant. And this is what he brought back and tried to replicate from that restaurant. He just loved the pink and the feel that it gives you. Uncle Jack sold me the restaurant in 1985. He was getting on in years and didn't want to put in the time and effort that he needed, and he tapped me on the shoulder. He said, "You want to be your own boss?" I said, "Yeah, that would be really cool." The ice cream is the driver. I mean, we are known as a ice cream, iconic ice cream destination. We seat 140 people, full service, so you don't find that very many places. And the ice cream is our gravy, and we have a full food menu. But that's not what we're known for. We're known for our creative ice cream treats. We've got all sorts of soups and sandwiches, green salads, fruit salads, and then a hot special every day that changes, and 3 pages of ice cream. So we devote 1 page to the food, and we got 3 pages to bring you in. For ice cream, it's our shakes and malts that we dish a lot of them. And then we have a 3-scoop banana split that's popular to split. It's hard to eat one yourself. So this is the original menu from 1958, and more decoration than actual product, but it is the same format. It's a lot of the same fun names: Pinnacle Peak Sundaes, Camelback sodas. That's all still in here, all integrated. I don't have to be real creative. I can just kind of keep things fresh and easy, and people come in and say, "Oh, 10 years ago," and I go, "Yep, still there." It's been great to have an association with Bill Keene, Family Circus. His family, young family, would come in here in the 60s and enjoy their time, family time. Bill has included us in many of his daily cartoons that go national and international. Well, it's very rewarding. Obviously, I'm blessed to have the vehicle to share with the community. We get people that come in, they're maybe 4 months a year residents or 6 months a year residents, and they fly into Sky Harbor, and they first stop, they come in here and have their favorite dish and say, "Thank you for being here." I think we're all desperate to hang on to what we have, what we enjoyed as a youth. We've got probably maybe fourth generation coming in here with their little baby. And they have their first scoop of ice cream here in the restaurant, and they'll remember it.
Being active is the key to aging well, and at Royal Oaks, they have everything you need to keep moving and stay connected. Whether it's the resort-like amenities, on-site dining, or maintenance-free living, you'll feel both independent and supported in this upscale retirement community.
Royal Oaks is a premier life care community in Sun City, Arizona. What makes Royal Oaks so special is the incredible people who live and work here. We foster a warm, welcoming environment where individuals are treated like family. The community's strong sense of connection and support, along with our commitment to exceptional service, sets Royal Oaks apart from other retirement communities. Royal Oaks is an active and engaged community. We have over 50 clubs on campus, and we have a calendar packed full of daily activities, from pickleball lessons to line dancing and guest speakers like Mac Paxton, the author of Keep the Memories, Lose the Stuff.
If you create this legacy list, I promise you, it'll help prioritize what's most important in your life. You can do this. A much better life is ahead of you.
We believe in providing a full range of engaging opportunities to keep our residents active and connected. In the 7 years I've been here at Royal Oaks, I've never heard a resident say they're bored. There are a lot of advantages to living here at Royal Oaks. We have 36 independent living floor plans to choose from. It's a maintenance-free lifestyle, so you don't have to worry about landscaping or housekeeping. We have over 7 dining venues for residents to choose from. And our newest neighborhood, Inspirada Point, is pet friendly, so residents can bring their furry companions along. We are also the only life care community in the state of Arizona that feature a standalone medical and therapy center. We prioritize the health and well-being of our residents. We bring as many services as possible directly to our campus. Most of our residents are independent living residents, but we have the full continuum of care. So should they ever need assisted living, memory care, or complete supportive living, they don't have to go outside our campus to get those services. We try to bring as many services as we can to our campus so that the residents can focus on the important things like living life. The most common reaction from first-time visitors is that they feel like they've stepped into a resort rather than a traditional retirement community. Many are pleasantly surprised by the upscale amenities and energetic atmosphere. They're very excited about the future that they can have at Royal Oaks, and that is something that we're very proud of. If you're interested in learning more about Royal Oaks, we'd love to have you in for a complimentary tour. All the information is on our website, royaloaks.com, or give us a call. We'd love to answer any questions and provide more information about the wonderful lifestyle at Royal Oaks.
Well, did you know that Mother's Day was declared a holiday back in 1914 by President Woodrow Wilson? And even though it's a holiday, I have found myself working a lot of Mother's Days. But one of my favorites was back when I was 8.5 months pregnant, covering the Diamondbacks. I was down on the field, and my coworkers and husband surprised me by sending out my then toddler with a bouquet of flowers live on television.
Oh, I love that. What a special memory for you and also for your family.
And I bet your girls have done some special things.
They really have over the years, but honestly, on Mother's Day, I kind of like to do nothing because,
Agreed.
you know, life is so busy and we're always juggling a million things, and so it's nice to just sit and have some quality time with the family. So that's how I like to do it. I'm sure those of you at home have your own ways, but don't go anywhere because we have more Arizona Living coming up. A dealership in Peoria hitting all the marks in customer satisfaction and selection.
And restoring your confidence with a winning smile. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Larry H. Miller Hyundai in Peoria will make the process stress-free. As the #1 volume Hyundai dealership in Arizona, their selection is unmatched. Plus, they have award-winning customer satisfaction.
What makes us stand out here at Larry H. Miller Hyundai Peoria, it's the culture of our store. We're very proud of the fact that we're non-commissioned, and you could choose to do business anywhere in the valley, but it's the level of service that we provide is what separates us from everybody else, the competition. We've been the #1 volume Hyundai dealer for some time now, many years, but the fact that we have the opportunity to go ahead and help people find the vehicle that fits their needs the most, and instead of just trying to sell somebody a vehicle, we really help them walk down that path, and we try to expedite that. And the transparency, the level of transparency we provide, I think sets us apart from everybody else. Hi, Justin Maurer. I'm the general manager here with Larry H. Miller Hyundai in Peoria, and I lead an amazing team of people, both for service, sales, and parts to help a Great Valley. And we have the ability to go ahead and just help people purchase a vehicle instead of trying to sell them one. And I think the fact that they come in, they feel like family is really what separates us from everybody else in the valley. Hyundai is known for its value, and not just the cost of ownership is one of the #1 things of owning a Hyundai is amazing because, just the cost of ownership over its lifetime, but it has America's leading warranty. It's the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty that people choose. And it's just that confidence knowing that you can drive your vehicle for 10 years or 100,000 miles and knowing that it's taken care of. So it's not just the warranties either, and obviously the cost of ownership and the reliability of the vehicle, but the bold styling of it, the technology that's advanced, the advanced safety features, and the sleek design. I mean, it's a really great looking car attached with the warranty that it has is the reason why people choose Hyundais. Larry H. Miller Hyundai Peoria, we really try to make it to where it's non-pressure. So the staff is non-commissioned. And what that means is we actively listen to the vehicle's features or some of your wants and needs, and we cater to those needs. Not only that, but we actually take the time to go ahead and make sure that we find a vehicle that fits your budget. We do a needs assessment. We listen to what might be important to them, such as features, what benefits they'd like to see in their next vehicle. Is gas mileage important? Do they have kids that they're traveling with? And we really try to cater to those needs, and that way we can go ahead and help find the vehicle that best fits their needs. Instead of trying to sell them anything, we help find a vehicle for them. A big part of the final transaction is just transparency. I think that's what most people want to see in today's market is transparency. The price that you see online is the price that you come in and you see in store. We choose not to be the type of dealer that would advertise a price and then the price is different when you arrive. That's not how we choose to do business. Transparency is what makes us different from everybody else, and that's why people choose to do business with us here at Larry H. Miller Hyundai. The best compliment we hear is, "You made it so easy." I felt no pressure, and it felt so amazing to be able to come in and purchase a vehicle from you guys. And let's be honest, there's not a whole lot of people that like to buy cars, and it's just one of those things you have to do, but we make it so easy, and that's one of the best compliments I think we can get is the fact that people come in and they say, "You made this process so easy." And the #1 compliment of all is, "I'm gonna bring somebody back to come buy a car because I want them to have the same experience that I had today." So to get more information, follow us on LHM Hyundai on any of the social media platforms or at LarryMillerHyundai.com.
Having a smile you're not proud of or that impacts your daily life can be frustrating. But the team at Mesa Dental can help elevate your smile with dental implants at an affordable cost.
Here at Mesa Dental Implants and Dentures, we specialize in removing broken down teeth that patients have and replacing all of those broken down teeth with a whole new set of beautiful functional teeth with dental implants. The main cause of tooth loss is because patients are just not taking care of their teeth. Maybe when they were younger, they didn't have very good access to a dentist, and so they never really learned how to take care of their teeth properly, and just over time, they've lost teeth because of bad habits. This is a very life-changing procedure. Most patients will come to me, have lots of broken down teeth, and some people haven't smiled in over 5 years. Not in public anyways. Their confidence is pretty low. When we put their new teeth in for them the next day, they are overjoyed. They're overcome with emotion. A lot of them will cry. They're very excited. A lot of them won't stop smiling. It's really a big difference in their lives. They not only, smile and have more confidence, but now they're able to start eating some of the foods that they haven't been able to eat in over 5, 10, 20 years in some cases. And so they have a whole renewed sense of their self. We're in the business of treating patients, of treating people and making their lives better, not just teeth. So what we do here is really just take care of the patient, and it makes me feel good that I can really contribute back to our society here and our community. Mesa Dental Implants and Dentures is different than many other dentist offices in the area because we have our own lab here. I was an engineer in a past life, and I have brought all of that skill set into my dental office, and we have several 5-axis mills here, and we are able to make all of our prostheses here in-house. That saves a lot of time. We don't have to wait on a lab. We can complete quality control ourselves. If there's something wrong, I just jump in and we fix it. And we can fix it on site. And then a large benefit of that is that we can keep the prices a lot less expensive because it allows us to keep overhead expenses down and not have a very big lab fee doing all of that here myself. So here at Mesa Dental Implants and Dentures, the first step to find out if you're a candidate for dental implants is to come in for a free consultation. It includes all the x-rays needed to be able to diagnose and figure out whether or not you're a candidate for implants. And if you're not a candidate for implants, we can talk about the other options that you may have. We have third-party financing options for patients that need to make payment plans. To schedule your free consultation, you can give us a call or go on our website, and we'd love to take care of you.
Kate, brunch is obviously a popular choice for many folks on Mother's Day. So I wanted to know, what is your favorite brunch food?
Anything I don't have to make. And it also needs to be gluten-free because that's all I can eat.
Yes, I'll make sure your husband and kiddos know that
Thank you.
Before the big day. I know for me, coffee is an absolute must.
Yes.
Good, strong coffee, and then maybe some pancakes, but not too many because they kind of make me fall asleep. So,
And we want to keep everyone awake, right?
Yes, that's the goal. So don't go anywhere. We have much more Arizona Living coming up after this. Volunteering to advocate for vulnerable kids.
Plus financial help for those who aren't able to work.
Here's your reminder that staying on top of your car maintenance can save you time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. With more than 20 locations all across the valley, the experts here at Grulix Automotive want to keep you and your family safe on the road. So today, we're here at their Buckeye location, driving home the importance of maximizing your vehicle's battery life. The Arizona sun is brutal, even more so when it comes to your car battery. Triple-digit heat can cause the water inside to evaporate. It can speed up corrosion or even overcharge the battery. Simple steps like keeping your connections tight and clean, driving longer distances, turning off accessories, and testing the battery regularly can go a long way in keeping you powered up. Remember, batteries rarely give a warning before they go out, so avoid the temptation to skip or postpone. Go to Grulix.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment today. Arizona actually has the highest number of female governors in the nation. How does it feel to join that group?
I am really thankful for the folks who paved the way.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, if you want to have an impact on a young person's life, consider becoming a CASA volunteer. These court-appointed special advocates are everyday people who speak up for neglected and abused children in court. Take a look at their program.
A CASA volunteer is a volunteer that's been appointed by a judge in the juvenile court to look out for the best interest of a child. They do that by interviewing and talking with all parties involved with that child's case. And they also make recommendations and write court reports to the judge that give a better idea of what's going on in the child's life. National studies show that a child with a CASA spends less time in the foster care system, does better in school, is less likely to re-enter the foster care system.
When I started, there is some initial training before you actually are assigned a child. And that training, it was a relief. I had no idea how the child welfare system worked. I had no idea how the court dealt with dependent children. And the training did a fabulous job of explaining exactly how the system works and what my role could be.
think almost anyone would be a good CASA volunteer. You just have to have a love for children and commit to spending about 15 hours a month. And that involves speaking to people involved in the case, speaking with the child, ensuring that his needs are met, maybe his medical, health care, his school needs are met, it may be therapeutic, just all of those things.
CASA program is very important for me because I'm still a child. And it's easy for me to empathize with these youngsters. And when I meet them and talk to them, hear their words, and see their faces and their challenges and their problems, I empathize and I want to do something. And as a CASA, I can.
I've been told by them or by others that I'm the first positive male role model or positive male influence in their life. And I gotta tell you, I get real gratification out of that because I can see them grow, I can see them blossom. It makes me feel better as a human being. Who wouldn't want to say I've made a positive difference in a child's life who was going through a tough situation in foster care?
I have worked with children for so long and in so many different capacities. I'm a substitute teacher now, and I do mostly grades K through 3, so young children. And I've also been a Sunday school teacher. So I've always worked with kids, I've always loved them, and I still do. I get great joy from it.
Everyone has an opportunity to participate in their community. For a CASA volunteer, this is a very, very important part. And one way you can find out more about CASA is start with the web and find out more. Get those details and, more importantly, talk to a person who can tell you about it.
Joining me now, we have Eric Slepian and Brian Ellickson from Slepian Ellickson, a true staple here in the Valley, a firm dedicated to Social Security and disability issues. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
No, it's our pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brian, I want to start right off the top with some myth busting. Who is eligible for Social Security and disability benefits?
I mean, a lot of times we think of, our parents and grandparents, people over the age of 65 as being eligible for Social Security. It's important to know that it's available to anyone who's worked. If you have a health problem and you're unable to work because of that health problem, Social Security is there for you with health coverage and financial benefits to get you through that time.
Yeah, and these are benefits that folks may be entitled to and not even realize it. Eric, it is a lengthy process. There's a lot that goes into it. Why is working with someone like yourselves so important to the process and also the outcome?
So this is a very cumbersome process. There are a lot of forms. You want to make sure it's done correctly. So it's important to work with somebody who's been involved in this process, who knows what Social Security is looking for. We're able to work with the doctors. We know the claim examiners. We've been in front of these judges hundreds of times here in Arizona. And so it just makes the process simpler. You're making sure you get it done right. It's very hard to correct mistakes that are made early on in this process.
Yeah, especially during what could be a stressful time for so many as well. Brian, walk me through what it's like to work with your firm. If someone out there sees this, thinks they may have a claim, what does that process look like?
Absolutely. It's important to know first that we offer free consultations. We also don't charge a fee until we've won a case. And so for families that are struggling, if someone can't work in the family, the last thing they need to be thinking about is putting up money up front for a legal fee. And so that's not a concern for us. When you work with us, you have a dedicated team working for you. If you go to a hearing, you have an attorney representing you at that hearing. You're not going to get that everywhere else. We're a local law firm. We only employ attorneys to go to hearings. And you'll have a team that works with you and works in Arizona. We know the case examiners, we know the judges, we know the doctors. And so it's that local touch that really makes us successful.
Yeah, and really a community-centered approach as well is another thing that we love about you guys. You do a lot of work in the community. You volunteer. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, we do like to give back. We work with disability organizations. I've sat on the board of some of the disability organizations here in Arizona. We're both members of the National Organization for Social Security Representative. So we're out there, we're doing what we can. We know how hard it is for individuals who can't work.
We also have fun. We do a Halloween event for underprivileged kids at local medical clinics. So we try to be involved in our communities. This is where we live. These are the people we serve.
Well, we always love having you here. Thank you so much for coming in. And if you at home would like to learn more about their firm or their services, just head to their website.
Well, we're just getting started sharing some great stories here.
Yeah, stick around. We have more Arizona Living coming up next. What you need to know to keep your air conditioning running smoothly.
And the ultimate dream comes true for a Make-A-Wish kid. For the past 10 years, Arizona Living has traveled the state to bring you the best Arizona has to offer.
And now, in celebration of our decade on air, we are expanding to a single hour-long format to make it easier than ever to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle.
In each episode, we'll continue to bring you the fascinating stories about people, places, and experiences that enrich our great state.
So don't miss the new hour-long Arizona Living only on YearView. The summer heat can be brutal on our air conditioning systems, but there are steps you can take to make sure yours runs smoothly. The experts at Wolfgang Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing show us how to stay cool in the triple digits.
Here at Wolfgang's, our tagline is doing what it takes to get it right, which means for you as a customer, accountability. Skipping your HVAC maintenance a lot of times can be unfortunate because it tends to add a lot of things to the table, and now you have two options, either putting all this money towards a piece of equipment that is a little bit on the older side, or we could potentially put some money and get that unit replaced for you. Seems like we have a lot of awfully 100-degree weathers out here in Arizona, and those seems to be the days that are very critical for us as a community. Here at Wolfgang's, whenever there's an emergency, we will respond immediately with a smile, ready to have the unit cooling back again and just ready to address the problem. Wolfgang's cares. We're a community-driven company. We're family-oriented. We're not just a company with workers. We're a family. We're a team. We care about each other. We always put our customers first, then we'll put our employees second and the company last. We're a team and we do everything as a whole. Here at Wolfgang's, we do factory training. We have all the equipment here available to us. Once a week, every Wednesday, we meet as a group and we go over solutions so that way we can accomplish what we need to accomplish for our customers. We have a crew on standby 24 hours a day. We will respond. One of our dispatchers will assist you. And if we can't be there that night, we will be there next morning. One thing that homeowners could do would be replacing your air filter. It is crucial to have as much air going across that coil as possible. Another thing that we could potentially be doing is doing the maintenance. It's kind of like a vehicle. You drive it Monday through Friday, 20 miles down the road. We're gonna need some air on those tires at one point. We're gonna need to check the brakes and the oil levels. So it is the same with your air conditioner. What I always like to say is if your piece of equipment is not being reliable or efficient, whether you're having a hot spot or it's being very loud or you just feel unsafe of the whole being in a hot house with an older piece of equipment, the best time to replace it is actually when it's working, so that way we can give you the best solutions and go over your options rather than trying to figure it out in a day or two. We have more time for you. Options that we have on brand new equipment, whether it's single stage, two stage, or variable speed, it is something that we have available at our warehouse. Aquí en Wolfgang estamos interesados en nuestra comunidad, en nuestros clientes. Nos pueden llamar en cualquier momento y saber que van a mandar a un técnico que le va a encontrar la solución y vamos a poder arreglar la unidad y darle un muy buen servicio. Call the office. You can also set an appointment through our website and we'll be out there to assist you.
This is a special one. It's the heartwarming story of a Make-A-Wish kid's dream to help somebody else and how it became her own life-saving journey. Here's Bella's story.
In 2018, I was diagnosed with a rare disease that took my kidneys. I had to be rushed to the hospital, and I was going to be in need of a transplant. We had to go through various appointments throughout the years to try and get on the deceased donor list. That was in 2018, and in 2020, I was receiving the call that I had a potential kidney match, and that was from a deceased donor. We got the transplant and everything, but shortly after, there was signs of rejection. Had to get through the process again of getting listed for another transplant.
The first time I met Bella, she was 16 years old. She was referred to Make-A-Wish because of her diagnosis. And so Bella came into our office for a wish discovery visit where we could talk to her about what her one true wish might be. And Bella was unique from the jump. She came in with a PowerPoint presentation about what she would like her wish to be. And it was very unique, and right from the start, you saw Bella's heart, because her original wish was to help her friend's little sister who also had a kidney disease and was in need of a transplant. And unfortunately, Bella's friend's little sister did pass away, and so we did not have the opportunity to grant a wish around that. I knew that Bella's diagnosis, unfortunately, was not improving and in fact was getting worse. And Bella decided that she wanted, in consultation with her doctors, to do a campaign to try to find a living donor, because they felt like that would be the best way for her to have a better prognosis with her battle. And so Bella came, and I invited her to come talk to our staff and our board of directors about that campaign. And she shared her story with our team, and she shared the power of her wish. And I left that meeting and thought, I should try. I might be able to do that. And so I went home and I prayed about it and I thought about it. And I went and got tested to see if I would match Bella. And unfortunately, I didn't match Bella. I talked with the team at Presbyterian Transplant Services and the National Kidney Registry, and they let me know that if I chose to do a stranger donation of a kidney transplant, that would then give Bella what they call my voucher, that would allow her to move up on the list to receive a kidney since someone gave a kidney in her honor.
I was out of words. I couldn't believe what I had just heard. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, you won't believe what Sarah just told me. And that moment just felt surreal. Moving forward, now that I have a transplant, I can't wait to go swimming. I can't wait to ride my bike and learn how to drive, get my driver's license. I just can't wait to live my life.
Americans buy more than $1 billion worth of Mother's Day cards every year. I'm sure you've received some great ones.
Yes, I have, but I think we can both agree nothing beats a homemade card or drawing, and that's not to take away from a good Hallmark card. We still have some great sentiments coming your way on Arizona Living. Tips to build a charcuterie board for your Mother's Day gathering.
And we celebrate the Black Theater Troupe in our Arizona Legacy series.
For the past 10 years, Arizona Living has traveled the state to bring you the best Arizona has to offer.
And now, in celebration of our decade on air, we are expanding to a single hour-long format to make it easier than ever to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle.
In each episode, we'll continue to bring you the fascinating stories about people, places, and experiences that enrich our great state.
So don't miss the new hour-long Arizona Living only on YearView.
I'm gonna have you grab this red handle right here.
With my right hand?
Yep. And then you can turn nice and easy.
And what's in there?
This is essentially a reheating chamber.
Meat and cheese, who does not love it? A charcuterie board is the perfect addition to any family gathering, from Mother's Day to graduation parties. We take a trip to Mingle and Gray's to get tips on how to build the best board. We are at Mingle and Gray's, a cheese shop and eatery in historic downtown Chandler, to talk about how you can incorporate charcuterie boards into your holiday festivities. And I am joined now by owner Mafam. Thank you so much for having us out here. And first and foremost, how did Mingle and Graze come about?
Thank you for being here. Mingle and Graze came about with my husband and I's passion to bring the community together over beautiful, delicious cheese and charcuterie boards, as well as our chef-driven menu.
Yeah, the food looks terrific. What kind of food offerings do you have?
We have artisanal sandwiches, we have salads, tacos, cheese and charcuterie boards, homemade soups, and we do a lot of catering.
Why do you think charcuterie boards have become so popular?
Honestly, I mean, look at it. It's a work of art, and everybody loves to entertain over the holidays and just their daily weekends. And it's a perfect nosh board. You know, you can fill up on a cheese and charcuterie board. You don't have to put too much out when you're hosting, and it's just a work of art that you get to eat. Who doesn't love that?
Right, and I think when you go to a party that has this offering, it becomes not only just, oh, this is great food, but also a talking point. Have you noticed that?
Oh, absolutely. Every time we go and set up for an event, it's all about who's gonna dive in first, because I don't wanna be the first that ruins it. And so, you know, you have to have that one brave person that goes in first, and then it's just gone.
It's artwork you can actually touch, and even better, you can also taste it. Are there some tips when you're trying to make a board yourself that you should follow?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I recommend adding 3 different milks, cheeses. So definitely a cow, goat, and sheep's milk cheese. Different flavor profiles as well. You want to have a soft cheese like brie, firm cheese like cheddar, and then semi-firm like Goudas. Definitely add salamis and nuts, olives for that nice salty flavor, and a sweet treat at the end.
When you're hosting over the holidays, it can be a little stressful. Does this help alleviate the stress, and how do you think it does that? And also, how can you incorporate it, kind of make it festive, whether it's a dessert board or if you do it, you know, decorating for the specific holiday? What are some ideas you have?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I love the idea of a dessert board. So you can create your own dessert board based on macarons or cupcakes. If you want to do more of a fruit board, you know, you can do strawberries, grapes, papayas, and then of course your classic cheese and charcuterie board. You know, then that way you get all the different flavor profiles for your holidays.
And as we all know, the holidays can get a little hectic. So if you feel like you're not going to have time to make your own board, can you come down here? Can you help?
Oh yes, absolutely. Come to us for catering. We can do your cheese and charcuterie board, your sandwiches. We're here to take all the work off your plate.
Take it off your plate, put it on a board, and there you have it. If you would like more information on Mingle and Graze, please head to their website. Well, some of the most popular gifts on Mother's Day are flowers and candy. What about for you? What have been some of your favorite gifts?
So there have been some great ones over the years, but I think one of my absolute favorites, my husband got me a necklace with all 3 of the girls' names and their birthdays on it. So I always have them with me, and they love seeing it too. They think it's so cool that I wear their names around, so that was special. What about you?
Well, likewise, I have a lot of great ones, but I think last year they topped it all when my husband and the boys surprised me and revamped our balcony into a mom's den.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, so now I have a place to sip my coffee, read my book in the sunshine.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome anytime.
I will be there. That's a great idea. Well done.
Yeah, and you guys can sit back because we have more Arizona living coming your way.
We explore the Black Theater Troupe's place in Arizona history
and how to add luxury leather to your home decor.
Immunizations are an important part of good health for children. Are your kids up to date? We have appointments available at our Black Canyon office. Pediatrics. We care for kids. Arizona Legacy is supported by these sponsors.
Visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Charlie sent you.
Cummings Plumbing, the best plumber in Tucson with over 35 years of experience. And Sweet James Accident Attorneys. If you've been injured, get justice with Sweet James.
The Black Theater Troupe has announced its lineup for their 55th season in the Valley, and it includes the color purple. So we wanted to revisit our Arizona Legacy series to take a closer look at what this organization means to Arizona history.
The Black Theater Troupe is a company that is one of the oldest African-American theater companies in the United States. And it is the only African-American professional theater company in the Four Corner states. The Black Theater Troupe was founded in 1970 by Helen K. Mason. At that time, she was a city manager in the Parks and Recreation Department. In the 60s, the late 60s, the riots were all over the country, and racial riots and social injustice all over the country. So what Helen did in 1970 was she developed a city program to alleviate some of the pressure of the riots that were soon to get to Phoenix. It was a neighborhood drop-in program. They could come in and rap about their situations within their community. However, their situations had to be expressed in artistic forms. So out of that's how the company was born. The basic tenet of the company at that time was based out of activism. All of our shows were to hold a mirror up to society to show what the injustices were and what people were feeling in inequality and etc. But as the company grew then into the mainstream, then the productions, just like now, the productions now have become more entertaining as well as enlightening, but also always with a base of activism in them. The mission of the Black Theater Troupe is to give voice to an underserved population, be it an underserved population of artists, underserved population of community members, act as a bridge between cultures to show that the cultures are very similar. All stories are alike. It doesn't matter who's telling the stories. Most of the stories are the same. The company is important because, as we all know, not only in Arizona, but around the country, black artists and artists of color are underserved. So with an organization like the Black Theater Troupe, it's very important that companies like ours remain vibrant and companies like ours remain active within the movement to provide a place, a platform for artists that are growing and coming up nowadays. I think there's 5 companies in the country that have done August Wilson's complete 10-play cycle. We are one of them. We received national recognition, so we're very proud of that. And it put Phoenix on the map. Well, on the artistic map. The legacy of the Black Theater Troupe in Phoenix as well is the legacy that it represents within the country. It's very important that we remember our roots. It is very important for any culture to remember the high points and the low points of that culture's existence. And I think that that's going to be the legacy of the Black Theater Troupe. What I would hope for the company in the future is that it sustains itself another 54 years. Long after I'm gone, I hope that the company is still able to reach the community, is still able to reach the people of Phoenix and let them know the importance of the African American experience.
We are not finished yet.
We have more Arizona living coming your way. If you like the feel and look of leather, we have tips on incorporating it into your home.
Arizona Legacy, recognizing businesses serving Arizona for over 30 years.
The Wildlife World Zoo is all about a hands-on experience. Literally, hands-on. Home is where the heart is, and leather can make any home feel upscale. The expert designers at American Furniture Warehouse show us how adding a little luxury leather to your space can make it great.
Welcome back to American Furniture Warehouse. This month we're exploring a design style we like to call luxury leather, so let's jump in. Of course, the focal point of the room is the leather, namely the sofa and the chair. Quality is key here. This is an espresso colored Italian top grain leather. It's sleek, durable, and timeless. When designing with a specific theme or material in mind, you don't need to match everything in the room with that specific material. In this case, the leather is the focal point, and every other element in the room can contrast or accentuate it. We can create contrast by pairing the sofa and the chair with this dark blue cabinet and these dark blue tables. The soft corners and the smooth surface really complement the slightly weathered texture of the sofa and the chair. The hue of the leather is incorporated in the hardware on the brass accessories found throughout the room. Even the wall decor, like this painting here, reflects the theme of the room. You can find everything in this room in store at American Furniture Warehouse or online at afw.com.
Thanks so much for joining us. Of course, we want to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day.
That's right. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living Your Life, where we help you live your best life.